Guys, I should not be doing this, but I saw a room yesterday that's tucked away from everything else with some of the coolest manufactured equipment from over a century ago. Again, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm gonna invite you upstairs. I'm gonna sneak past everyone behind these big metal doors that used to be for fire protection during the time of manufacturing cotton. We're gonna do this together. Don't tell anyone I'm doing this for you, but firsthand for you, let's sneak upstairs. You ready? Come on. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Oh, living a dream. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. What a great smile you have.
Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Steve,
How did you get up here?
I was gonna show the audience this amazing area you showed me. I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Oh,
While
my
you're here,
goodness.
we'll take a walk.
You scared me. Whew. Did they scare you? Oh, I was not expecting that. I thought we were gonna sneak back here. Well, is it possible, since we're here, to look at some of the cool stuff you showed me?
Absolutely.
Let's take a walk, Steve.
Let's take a walk.
Come on, guys. Let's take a walk. I know, that was good. That was really good. We got to go through here not too long ago, which is why I
Yes.
invited the audience as well. There are some one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art, nowhere else in the world type machines in here, aren't there?
There is, absolutely. This one particular machine was able to cut the chamber for a revolver in one piece. So a cutter would come from the front and from the back at the same time and cut the pocket. A lot of the machines here are all custom made for specific operations, thus creating precision.
You know, Steve, I look at this and I think back to my days where I was machining soft jaws into my vices.
You got it.
And it looks like this is
This is similar.
a 100 years
It's
old
older.
version of that, right?
Exactly, exactly. So that's how they did it. It was, you can move you can see the cutters going back and forth.
Yeah, and the belt would be here, right?
Yep.
And it just kind of
That would be it.
Does its work.
That's how we do it. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, I want to spend about an hour on each one of these, but then nobody would watch my videos. So can we look at some of the other cool stuff
Sure.
as well?
Sure.
Guys, there's a piece in here that has, from what Steve told me, 0 use, but there's only 2 of them in the world,
Wow.
and he won't let me have it.
Absolutely, you're not getting that. So this other big machine that's here puts the etchings in what's commonly called a carpenter's square. So I'm sure some of your viewers have these in their basements or in their garages. So that's how you get all the little etching. Put it in the machine, one pass, all of them gets put in.
Steve, can we get you to step out real quick and invite the audience to
Yep,
go take a
sure.
closer look at that machine?
Sure.
It really is just applying pressure on metal, right? To
That's
make
it.
indentions into the metal?
That's correct. They're just probes, hardened steel probes that do the etching.
Wow. You know, as we continue to walk around, it really does blow my mind. Well, we don't give more respect to the manufacturing world.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
what we've always done and continue to do and make for everything around us, everyone around us.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because, you know, you look around, everything is made somewhere in the world by somebody, by some process. It just doesn't materialize. So
it's the truth.
I find it exciting just to be able to walk around here and look at the machines and understand what they do and try to transmit that information out to the world.
Steve, is part of your job looking at a machine that's just been gifted to you or donated to you and trying to figure out what it does and where it came from?
That's part of my job, exactly. And we
That's
also
incredible.
have a collections tech here as well, John Alexander, that he also does a lot of research on the machines to try to document them. And if you sign up for our newsletter, you get the machine of the month, where we go through the
How can
collection.
we do that? Where do we sign
You
up?
go right up to the website, and you'll be a spot on the website that says, I want to be on the newsletter. Distribution.
AmericanPrecision.org, is that what it is?
AmericanPrecision.org.
Okay, yeah. So go there, sign up for a newsletter. You get to see some of this awesomeness that we're doing right now.
Yeah, right.
Let's continue to walk around.
Yep.
There are two of my favorite things in here, but to me, call something a favorite, Steve. That's not fair because it's all really cool. But this Gilman here, this Gilman machine is the only one of its kind, right?
It's the last surviving Gilman.
Wow.
In the world, that we believe, anyway. It was really designed to be a multi-function machine for confined spaces because you have a lot of technology or a lot of ability in this machine. It's a lathe, it's a milling machine and a drill press, and a horizontal spindle as well for the other side. You get thread cutting in here. It's got power feeds. It's got all the bells and whistles. And it's in pristine condition. And we believe it's the last one that's known in the world today.
Turning, milling, horizontal milling, drill press. It really is flexible, multifaceted.
That's right. And again, if you think about a battleship or something like that where you need a lot of capability in a small confined space, this is the way.
Is that what this would have been primarily used for, we think?
Yeah, we believe it was primarily used on ships.
Well, these days, can I have it?
No.
I can't have it?
No.
What if I ask later?
No.
Still, it's always going to be no.
It's always going to be no.
There's another piece I like is over here, but before we go there, Steve,
yes,
we have muskets everywhere as well. Can I have some of those?
No.
He's going to say no to everything today.
We will have something for you, but not those.
Nothing like that, I don't imagine.
No.
Nothing like that. All right, Steve, there's a story behind this really unique piece here.
Yes.
There were investors involved.
Yes.
And let's give an angle to our camera guy as well to come take a look and make sure the audience can see what we're talking about here. But what the heck is this, Steve?
It does nothing.
It does nothing.
But a
lot of money went into it.
That's right. There was a gentleman named Keeley, and he believed that he can create energy and power through etheric force, so through magnetic fields. And so he kept going to his investors saying, I'm close. I just need some more money. I just need a little bit more money. Well, after a while, these investors said, well, what's going on? And when he took his lab apart, he realized that they ran these pneumatic tubes to all the little mechanisms, and that's what was actually driving them, not the etheric force. So this machine, does absolutely nothing. It's one of two that are left in the world, and probably the only one that will ever be seen by visitors. The other one's in the hands of a private collector.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that. Steve, I have something. Can I borrow some money as well? It's a really good project, I promise.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be hydro. Or,
right. We'll figure something out, right?
Just give me a little bit of money. We'll figure it out.
Right.
All right, we're stumbling through here. These all look like cool machines. Is there
cool.
anything you'd like to highlight as we stumble through here?
Yeah, I think two things. This one, although it's a piece of soapstone, it's threaded on each end.
Can you lift that? That looks heavy. Yeah. And the stone is threaded.
Threaded on the inside, you can see here.
Did one of the machines do this? And
we don't know.
Camera crew, let's get over here and look at these threads as well. Did one of the machines in here do these threads?
Possibility, yeah.
Okay.
And we believe it's part of perhaps what might be a water system.
Okay.
And we do have the plug that actually threads in here as well.
The actual piece that originally went with it?
Yeah, that originally went with it. It's outside in our library.
Well, then just another reason for people to come take a look at your museum.
Right, yeah. Exactly. This is a pretty massive machine. It's a...
Don't put your finger in it.
Yep, it's just a shear, but you can see the power from the gearing that's in there as well.
You know what fascinates me about a machine like this, Steve, and probably you as well, because you've been doing this a long. I mean, this is your passion, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no question about it.
And I get why you have a passion for it, but when I look at the gears, and when I think about all the companies around the world now in the CNC world that make gears, and the amount of art and intricacies that go into making gears, and realizing this was probably made 100, 150 years ago, right? And look at the accuracy and precision and the rigidity and strength that come from these gears.
And the other thing I find fascinating is that it's wood.
It's a wood base.
It's a wood base.
Probably not the same vibration dampening we have today, is
No, but it works.
And that's what matters most.
It's a pretty powerful machine.
Let's continue. I like the difference in belts as well.
Yes.
When I see those and I think about how my bike chain works when I'm trying to go uphill or something. So I switch the area of my bike chain for smaller and bigger areas to be able to do less work or more work or go faster, right?
That's the same way these machines work with belts.
Yeah.
Same principle. So this is another fascinating machine. Machinists out there, you know that you carry your 6-inch machinist scale with you.
Always.
Always. This machine actually puts the etchings into the 6-inch scale.
Okay, another etching machine.
Yep, and the reason that it's so accurate is the way this steel band is wound around this pulley. There's no backlash. So when it goes to move a 64th, it moves precisely.
It wouldn't yank one way or another when something gets pulled.
That's right.
It looks like it's actually inlaid in the metal as well, like super
Yeah, I don't think so,
but
it's tight.
Okay, but it's not inlaid, but it's real
it's
tight.
real tight.
Can we snap this off and take a look?
Not really.
No. These are ancient
These are
artifacts.
great machines, and they're really wonderful.
Yeah.
And our goal, with the space that we're going to be creating back here in education, is to give more visitors and more kids the opportunity to look at these machines and really try to understand how they work and what the benefit was and how it could be applied to today's technology.
Steve, thank you for bringing that up. I'm going to look at the audience real quick. The first floor is an amazing museum for you guys to come check out here in Vermont, and we invite you. We also love donations and sponsors and friendships and high fives and slaps on the butts and all that good stuff, right? But what Steve is talking about is the evolution. And speaking with Lee, he would call it that we're in first gear right now, moving up to second gear and third gear, because there's so much that's going to be done here. And with your help and support, this whole area will turn into an education center for a lot of people, right?
You got it, and that's our plan over the next 2 years.
Wow.
To build it out, and it should be fun. It'll be a great place. It'll be a maker space for young people. We'll have machines running. We'll have maybe some VR. Who knows?
VR would be cool, and one of my favorite words is makerspace. Is this the closing statement, Steve, or is there any other cool technology that we can look at back in this hallway?
I think you'd like the audience to see this guy.
We got a last one?
Come
on, guys, last one. Let's take a look. Oh, goodness. I did a social media bit on this. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. Right. Oh, my gosh. So we found out that this is, what, 400,000 kilobytes, right? Kilobytes, not even a megabyte.
Right, exactly.
So when we think about our phones these days,
and your watch,
the amount of information we have,
exactly.
Oh gosh, this heavy,
right?
This heavy piece is 400,000 kilobytes, which in its time was state of the art.
Yes, it was. It was.
How big would our phone have to be?
Yeah, right. The company is located in Vermont. It's still in business today. And every once in a while, they'll send new employees over to look at it.
I bet so.
Just so that they get a feel for where the company came from.
Wow. What a heck of a closing statement, Steve. That's incredible. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tour. There's actually a third floor and a fourth floor as well. Maybe, just maybe, when I come back in a few months, Steve will allow us to sneak up there as well. In the meantime, we invite you to come here yourself. This is my friend Steve. He is happy to show you around. He loves this stuff. This is your life,
this
right?
This is it. This is it. From 10 years old, sweeping floors, to preserving the history of manufacturing.
My friend, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for preserving the history. We really all appreciate you.
It's great. Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. If you've liked this tour, leave a comment. Let us know. We like to get feedback so that we can either fix things, make things better, or continue to improve on what we're currently doing. So just like Steve continues to make everything wonderful here at the museum, we want to bring this content to you through MTD CNC. So let us know.